How about the matchup here? 35-year-old Andre Miller, 38-year-old.
His 6-3! Who is that kid? And the Mavericks win game 1, 89-81.
Fernandez, Batum left open. The three, it's good. Here's Kidd, the three, drills it.
It's a shooting gallery.
Up, Miller drills the three. Chandler slam dunk in traffic. Nowitzki fading, got it. Dallas takes game 2.
Good teams take care of home court, and I think that's what they did. Now we have to go home and take care of our home court.
It's electric in here. I mean, the people are on their feet. It's noisy.
And we are set for game 3.
Now we get to game 4. If Portland wins, they not only sit up, they jump out of the pine box and start looking at that pine box and, you know, Dallas might fit in there.
Here's Nowitzki. Gives it to Kidd. He's going to trigger the three. Dead on. Stojakovic. Terry. Oh, crowd silencer.
Welcome to the playoffs, baby.
21-9 run by Portland since trailing by 23. Aldridge faces up, then knocks one down. Wallace. Here's Roy. It's a 2, and it's good.
Boy, did Dallas need that one to go down.
Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy, the 3. Count it. And there's a foul. Here's Terry. No. Portland wins game 4.
Look, they're a very good team, and the crowd was into it, and they played the kind of game they needed to play, and we're going to have to play better.
Now he'll take a 3 for the lead, and he buries it. And patience from long range. Yes, sir. Stojakovic. Terry fell down. Hey, look what I found for Dirk. Hits the mid-range J. Top of the key jumper. String music for Dirk. Now he slips inside, flips it up and in. Dallas has a 9-point lead. Berea breaks down the defense with a drive. To the hoop, throws it in. Timeout Portland. Coming on a 3, Terry leaked out. He'll take the shot. He'll flush it. 93-82. Dallas wins game 5. They take a 3-2 series lead.
The concerned Brandon Roy at home
has done this before. The 3, count it. On their feet here at the Rose Garden. Roy for the lead, backs it in. Here's Terry. No! Portland wins. A game 4 moment.
It's now game 6 of this Western Conference first round of matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Portland Trailblazers. Dallas leads the series 3-2. Can the Mavs exercise their road playoff demons? Or will Portland force a game 7 on Saturday? Hi everyone, I'm Matt Devlin alongside Kevin McHale and Marty Snyder. And Kevin, what will it take for Portland to win? What will it take for Dallas to win?
For Portland, use the energy in this building to create some turnovers, get some pace, and get Brandon Roy going. For Dallas, they've got to forget about game 4. I mean, this is the scene of the crime where they gave up a 23-point second half lead, but they need to get second scorer to Dirk and a third scorer tonight to finish off this Portland Trailblazer team.
On Monday, as we check out the starting lineups, Dallas won 93-92, and Tyson Chandler was huge. He had 20 rebounds.
Yes, 13 offensive, and they need to keep him on the floor. No early cheap foul for Tyson. And the most consistent player in the series, Andre Miller.
All right, let's send it over to Marty Snyder. Marty?
Matt spent some time this morning with Nate McMillan. He said, you know what? This is what it's all about. All the preseason, all the regular season is about the next 48 minutes for our team. He said, my job this week has been to keep us loose, but not too loose. Focused, but not too focused. Brandon Roy told me, I've been making jokes all day long with these guys, trying to keep everybody laughing and having fun. He said, guys, this is what it's all about. Let's go have fun and enjoy this game, Matt.
All right, Marty, all set here. And Portland wins the opening tip. The home team has won all 9 meetings between Dallas and Portland, including the 4 regular season meetings, and a Wallace and a turnover. And talking to Nate McMillan, and you know, you get this sense of, hey, look, play harder. He kept telling us, rebound, hustle plays, and they were taken out of Monday's game on the glass.
Yeah, Nate talked mostly about want to. Just get out there and just play harder. He said, we're not going to do anything too different. I just see Dirk missing a jump shot there. He said, but we've got to come out and just be more aggressive. We got to get to the board. He listed everything you talk about in a preseason game. I mean, he just wants these guys to go out there and just get after it.
And for Dallas, Rick Carlisle gave them Sunday off, and they came back and won on a Monday. Did they see and watch any of Game 4? He said just from a strategic standpoint, but this is a team that has lost 8 straight road playoff games. It hangs over their head.
Yeah, see and watch Game 4. You don't want to watch much of that fourth quarter. That's like a horror movie. Oh, that was bad. Well, no, you want them to forget about it and come out here and just say, you know, guys, we have a chance to close the team out. Let's do it. Every chance you have to close the team out in these playoffs, I see Stevenson missing a jump shot. You've got to do it, Matt. You don't want to give teams life, and Dallas tonight's going to try to close it out.
Monty McCutcheon, Greg Willard, Gary Zielinski are 3 officials. Kick ball. And one of the things that Rick Carlisle mentioned to us last weekend, mentioned to us again before tonight, he said the environment here,
yes,
they are loud, engaged, energetic, and the team feeds off of it. And he should know he was an assistant here under P.J. Carlesimo. Aldridge, no, Wallace, put back.
Yeah, Matt, this is a real loud crowd, and they get after it. And Coach Carlisle talked about getting out to a good start and taking the crowd out of it and trying to keep this place nice and quiet.
Hard to do.
Yes.
Chandler right to the rim.
A couple more like that'll help.
Yes.
Quiets it down when Chandler drives in and gets a slam dunk.
No matter the lead, if they're able to secure it tonight for Dallas, you would think that Game 4 would creep into their minds. They led by 23 last time they were in this building and lost. Aldridge posting up, no, but Wallace doing what he does, getting to the offensive glass and a putback.
Second time for a putback on Wallace there, and Marion's going to have to put a body on him. That guy is an offensive rebounding machine. And see Stevenson knocking down that corner 3. Yep.
Wallace, here's a 3. Drains it. How about the start for Gerald Wallace? All 7 points by Wallace. Foul on Aldridge.
This is what they want Aldridge in that post. And what happens now, you see Wallace get out ahead of Marion, and Marion's got to get a body on him. We talked about it, and you know what? When you make a couple tip-ins and a couple of cheapies there, Matt, that three-point shot even starts going for you. So, good start for Wallace.
Wallace comes away with the rebound after guarding Nowitzki. Has all 7 points for the Blazers. Sees an opening right to the rim.
Big mix-up there between Nowitzki and Marion. They were both guarding Wallace. They both turned and went to somebody else, and I think you're going to see Rick Carlisle with a timeout here.
Gerald Wallace, averaging 11.8 in this series, has 9 quick ones, Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah, real active, great start. Got a little tip in there. You got a three-pointer and hadn't been shooting his three-pointers very well. Look, they both make a mistake. Marion and Nowitzki leave him open. He drives the hole. So a perfect start for Gerald Wallace. And really, this is what Dallas didn't want to see. The fans are engaged and they're feeling good right now in Portland in the early stages of the first quarter.
Marion spills out. Aldridge got a piece of it, and Matthews will track it down. 4-point advantage here in Game 6 for Portland. Wallace stumbling. Matthews from the corner. by Portland. Aldridge on the scene. Here's Miller into the front court. 7-point lead for the Blazers. Looking for Wallace on the post.
Great D by Marion there. Just stood him straight up and got the turnover.
Kidd blows the layup. Struggled. Big Kidd in game 5. 1 of 7. Although he had 14 assists.
You're going to see a little two-man game here, Matt, and they both kind of run out to Wallace. They leave Matthews in the corner, and nothing but bottoms on that three. And look at that crowd. It's loud in here, and the Portland Trailblazers, like I said, they're feeling good. They come home. They play so well in this building. Two completely different type teams, Matt, when they're on the road and when they're at home.
Foul on Andre Miller. During the regular season, 30 and 11. At home, tied for third best of the Western Conference. Portland 18 and 23 during the regular season on the road. And you see Marion offensively has come alive over the last 2 games.
Yeah, and he's come alive because they post him up on that left box, and he's got a nice little game down there. And, you know, they feel that they found a soft spot there for Marion to score some points, and you'll see Dallas do that quite a bit tonight.
J.J. Barea on the floor for Stevenson. Matthews, Kidd running out at him. Wide right, and Miller reels it in. Matthews now cutting right to the rim.
Little pass out here by Miller. Matthews takes it right to the rack and gets a kind Portland bounce there as he's going to the line for the old-fashioned three.
Foul on Kidd. Matthews had 8 in game 5. He'd like to have another game 3 performance where he had 25 and went off in the first quarter, Kevin.
He was on fire in that first quarter. Really got the Portland Trailblazers off and running.
Dallas just 2 of 9. 2 of 10 now, and no second chance opportunities. Wallace.
And that's exactly what Nate told us, Matt. They said, we got to get rebounds, we got to run. The Dallas crushed us on the offensive glass down there. We couldn't run out. We got to get pace in the game, because if they get caught up in a half-court game and walking it up, the Dallas defense has held them to 86 points a game, and they need transition baskets, and no one better than Wallace in getting transition baskets. He can really sneak out and run and finish.
Wallace, 10 points. You see the numbers in this series for Gerald, and Nate McMillan telling us that the space is there for him to operate. And you saw that early when he scored the first 9 points for Portland.
Yeah, he said, you know what, he's had a lot of open shots, he's missing them, and just stay aggressive. And Nate was very positive. He said, he just got to go out there and play basketball, take what the defense gives him.
10-point advantage. Dallas 2 of 10 from the field to begin. Marion, no. Up fake, Camby draws the defense, and he finds Aldridge. Dallas uses another timeout. What a start.
They got to get some offensive shots to go down so they can slow the game down. Again, perfect time to get Dirk to the line, shoot some free throws, Matt, slow this game down, just kind of get it under their control, because right now it's all Portland.
Portland on a 15-2 run after trailing 5-4 over the last 3:15. There's Nowitzki coming out of the timeout. The length that can be on him. Double comes. Barea. What a pass over the shoulder. Marion with the runner. Barea.
Beautiful pass by JJ. And this should allow, Dallas to get back, set up their defense, and just get a little bit more, like a slower pace, which they want in this game.
Aldridge. Shot doesn't go. Chandler comes away with a rebound. Aldridge, slow start, 1 of 5. But Wallace has 11 of the 19. Here's Nowitzki. And so out of the timeout, a 4-0 spurt by Dallas to calm things down.
They needed that. They needed that to calm themselves down and just get themselves a little feel in this game. And like I said, survive that shock and awe that Portland threw at them to start this game.
Kidd comes away with it. Nowitzki. 6-0, and he screams out at the crowd, "Let's go."
Yeah, nice jab step. He just got Camby off him just a little bit, and he rose up and made that shot. Dirk needs very, very little room.
After the last timeout, Dallas back on track, got it going.
Yeah, look at that little pass by JJ. And nice pass, and then you got Dirk at the top. Jab step, rise up, knock it down, silence the crowd.
I think Game 5, 6, and 7, it really comes down to energy, lots of energy, lots of effort, the team that wants it.
Who wants it? Dallas with so much on the line. They've been knocked out of the first round 3 of the last 4 seasons since the NBA Finals appearance. And for Portland, they want to force a Game 7. They haven't been beyond the first round since 2000. But the pace has changed since that Dallas timeout, as you alluded to, Kevin. Settling it down, and Nowitzki.
Nice post move there by Dirk. Little pirouette there, got a jump hook off, and Dirk's getting a little rhythm here as you see Andre Miller missing a jump shot.
8-0 run. Nowitzki with 6 of the 8. Stojakovic and Terry on the floor. Knocked away. Chance now for Wallace. Steaming ahead, battling, and it goes. How about that?
Wow, he had 2 guys on him, went between his own legs, bobbled the ball, and got a layup off the deal. Boy, things are going good when that happens for you.
He's 5 of 7 with 13 points. I don't think he meant to go between the legs. It just kind of went that way.
No, things are going good for him right now.
Nowitzki from the corner. Miller handles it.
Right now, let the ball find Gerald Wallace. He's got a roll going. Here it is. And I tell you what, could be a heat check coming right about now.
They are clearing out for him. Double comes. Extra pass up top, Aldridge. Aldridge was trying it down low early on the block and popped out high.
He's actually more comfortable out high there, Matt. You know what I mean? Making that 15, 18-footer. Sometimes they put him in the post and want him to draw fouls, and he gets a little bit out of whack down there. He really is a jump shooter first.
Terry to Chandler. Tyson Chandler.
Beautiful drive by Terry and finding Tyson, just waiting there very patiently, and Tyson knows how to present himself to drivers. Does a great job of getting open and getting in their vision.
Double comes to Aldridge. Miller. 3 doesn't go. Made 4 during the regular season. He's made 4 in this series. Chandler, deep post position. And Wallace grabs it. He already has 5 rebounds. Nowitzki, it's knocked around. Camby throws it up at the rim. And Chandler to Kidd. Here's Nowitzki. Dallas can't capitalize.
No, they had a great opportunity there after kind of a wild pass there by Marcus Camby trying to throw an alley-oop to Aldridge.
They're going to try it more conventional, but Chandler got a piece of it.
Great defense by Chandler, using his length and getting up there and tapping that ball away.
Aldridge, tough angle, fading away.
That's a good sign for Portland, Matt, getting him on that box, letting him get comfortable. You know, sometimes you make a jump shot from outside, it opens things up, and this is a funny game, you know. You got to be in a rhythm, and you got to feel comfortable.
For a big man.
I'm not a
run to the rim.
First of all, I'm not a proponent of that. I'm just saying it happens sometimes.
Stojakovic. Chandler, and a foul.
There's Chandler with little jump hooks going after the ball. Oh, he thought he got fouled. He looked at the ref and said, hey, get up and run back, big fella.
Miller just picked up his second, and here comes Brandon Roy. The heroics of Game 4. His numbers in Game 3 and Game 4 just outstanding. And we talked to Rick Carlisle, asked him about his concerns, and he came up with one name. He said Brandon Roy.
Yeah, exactly.
Marion. Yes. Terry was trapped. Nicholas Batum along with Chris Johnson. Matthews and Roy up top. Kidd, Marion, Terry. Haywood and Stojakovic on the floor for Dallas. Johnson comes up to set the screen. Roy turns the corner, rolling. Oh! Chris Johnson!
With the throwdown. Way to roll hard, Chris. Get the front of the rim, where all big guys should be hanging out.
See, that's your thing. That's your thing. Stojakovic. First quarter comes to an end. Portland 27-19. Wallace with 13 of the 27, Kevin.
Yeah, they're playing well. Right now, this is the start that Portland wanted. They wanted to come out, get the crowd engaged, turn them over, get running, and Gerald Wallace lit the fuse.
We head to the second quarter.
Well, I think both teams are playing hard. Their energy's a little bit better probably because of the noise in the building, and they've made shots and we've missed shots. But believe it or not, I think we're playing pretty good even though we're down 8.
I know you're happy with the defense you're playing on Aldridge, but how did you turn the offense around?
Well, we just got to be aggressive without turning it over. That's the biggest thing. I mean, they're up and into us. They're going to pressure full court. We got to be aggressive with takes.
Thanks, Rick. Matt?
All right, thank you, Marty. And Rick Carlisle. Stojakovic. Shot doesn't fall. Haywood has it denied by Batum. Here's Terry stepping into the 3. Marion. Another offensive opportunity for Dallas. They started 2 of 11. They finished the first quarter 6 of 12. And there's Marion in the lane. Can't deliver. Missed opportunities for sure for Dallas.
Yeah, that's what happened in Game 5. The Mavs just got all the offensive rebounds. I know that's got to concern Nate McMillan. He wants them on that defensive board and out and running.
Roy with Stojakovic on him. The concern, Brandon Roy at home.
Home cooking's good for Brandon Roy. He was 3 for 15. So far in the series total down in Dallas. He comes home and he feels good. He's making shots, and he had a nice elevation on that shot again. Matt, always look at his legs and see how much life he's got. If he's got good lively legs, Brandon usually plays very well.
7 points for Brandon Roy in the 3 losses, which are the 3 games on the road. 16 in Game 3, 24 in Game 4, and a turnover. And a 10-point advantage. And you look at the numbers. Dallas just 35%. Portland 55%. And Gerald Wallace 5 of 7. Been outstanding. What a start for Gerald.
Right now they're checking to see if they should get a new 24-second. I don't think Jason Kidd had possession, so they probably won't get a full 24 seconds here.
Gary Zielinski in communication with the scores table. And Monty McCutcheon and Greg Willard, they get a chance at 12. Roy again.
needs to bring these rims on the road with him.
The rims, the routine.
Whatever, the red floor, something.
The white jersey, saved by Rudy Fernandez. Barea on him. Roy aggressive, attacking early. They'll swing it. In and out, Barea with a rebound. Gives it ahead now to Terry. Pulls the trigger. Stojakovic comes away with it. And Stojakovic deep in the corner and a foul.
Here you see Brandon Rowe. Nice little catch and shoot, nice elevation, going up and just concentrating and making that shot. And again, feels shooting 63% on this floor, and he just, a whole different player up here in Portland.
Maybe it's the crowd.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it works for him. And he's just, again, on a roll up here. And that's the big concern. Again, it's a big concern for Coach Nate McMillan. What's going to bring me? A huge concern for Coach Rick Carlisle, saying, man, what am I going to have to do? Now watch tonight. If Brandon starts getting it going off the dribble and really, attacking, they will go to a zone. Dallas will go to a zone, Matt, and try to take him out of that.
They're checking.
Yeah, that's going to be a three-pointer.
Yeah,
clearly a three-pointer.
Checking to see if it's a 2 or a 3, and clearly behind the line.
Yep.
And so Stojakovic will head to the line to attempt 3. A 31-19 lead for Portland. NBA Playoff Pulse lets you track the most recent NBA Facebook trends and vote for your favorite players to help them become the social MVP. Only at NBA.com/playoff-pulse.
A social MVP.
That is you. Okay. That is you, because you cannot travel without Kevin McHale.
No, that is not true.
You are a social MVP.
You are running for mayor in every city we're at, Mr. Devlin, and don't let anybody kid you.
Oh, don't even start. Wherever you go.
This is the guy right here at the line, Stojakovic, which is capable of making shots, and especially if you see right now Portland's running around. It's working to their favor because, in their favor, I should say, because Dallas is missing shots. But he's a dangerous man to run around on. He gets his feet set, and boy, Stojakovic can make it pay.
Stojakovic 0-3 from the field, 2-2 from the free throw line. It's a 10-point game, and the bench of Dallas, which has been superb in this series, they are 0 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, that's the strength of Dallas too. They go to their bench, and their bench has been outscoring Portland's bench by an average of over 12 points a game.
And that's something that Rick Carlisle has had to rely on as Roy goes right in there. 33-22. Roy 3 at 3, 6 points. Nowitzki. And Nowitzki takes it hard. And Chris Johnson right there. Brandon Roy up, getting in between Chris Johnson and Dirk Nowitzki. And Dirk's, come on now.
Yeah, nice pass here. I'm going to see what everybody's all upset about. Let's see. Dirk goes in and kind of shrugs him off a little bit. And then you got Roy. And right here, he'll finish with his left hand as much or maybe more than his right when he's attacking the rim. And Brandon's feeling pretty good. And Dirk kind of shrugged off Chris Johnson, and Chris jumped up and said, hey, don't do that to me. Chris Johnson's a guy that's really earned playing time in this series. He's a high energy, high wire act. Will come out, he'll compete, get some blocks, get some rebounds, and Nate really likes him just because he brings just a ton of energy to the game.
Didn't play in the first 2 games and played under 6 minutes in game 3, but he was certainly effective. And so he's now played in 4 straight in the series. Fernandez, it's a 2. Man, that's the way it's been for him. I mean, that one was going down. There's a foul. Nowitzki is down. And Barea is pointing at Chris Johnson.
Yeah, Chris Johnson gave him the old horse collar. That'd be 15 yards. in the NFL. Got him by the back of the jersey in the shoulder pads. You're going to see it right here. The ball goes up. Dirk cleans it up. And there's the old grab him by the neck and take him down by Chris Johnson.
Flagrant foul is called. 33-1. And here it is. Watch Nowitzki go in. And then with the right hand to the face. What do you...
Yeah, he got him a little bit, but Dirk stole that too. Come on, first of all, I'm not sure what they give out in Germany. We give Oscars here, but whatever they give, he got a little bit of a rip, but not that bad. He went down like he was Polak. Come on.
Maybe Chris needs to talk to you about how to get away with those kind of...
First of all, Chris Johnson weighs 200 and maybe 5 pounds soaking wet. I mean,
but that was across the face.
Oh, my goodness.
Nowitzki at the line. 33-26. And Dirk 3 of 3 from the free throw line. You take a look at those numbers from this series, and Nowitzki doing an outstanding job of getting to the free throw line. A lot of that happened in the first 2 games. 52 free throw attempts. Now 55. Correa. Here's Terry. Gives it up. Dirk. Up top. Backing down on Fernandez. Nowitzki. And here come the Mavs.
Nice little pump fake there by Dirk. Put a little shoulder, and Fernandez just bumped him off a little bit, cleared space, and knocked down the patented Nowitzki little turnaround.
Nowitzki has the last 7 for the Mavs. Aldridge cut off by Haywood. Fernandez on the drive. Shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound, putback.
Yeah, Jason Terry got hit on the head on that exchange there, and a little bit wobbly here on that offensive rebound putback by Portland. Back by Portland.
Physical game. Nate McMillan said you got to bring energy tonight. Got to play hard. His team is. So are the Max, presented by Coors Light. And one of the things you need to do to win an NBA championship during the playoffs, you got to win some road games, Kevin.
Yeah, you surely do. The surprising thing on there is the 08 Celtics 3-9. But if you hang around 500 on the road in the playoffs, you're playing top caliber team. That's going to be good enough. You win your home games and win about half your road games, you'll be in good shape. And that hasn't been the Mavericks' strong suit.
They've lost 8 in a row on the road. Nowitzki on the inside, and he makes it a 4-point game.
Terry threw that up there because he thought Dirk Nowitzki was going to do Tyson Chandler and throw it down, and that's Dirk's version of the lob. Catch it and lay it in.
Yeah, he's not going up there that high. He doesn't need to.
No.
Nowitzki has 9 of his 15 here in this quarter. Foul on Haywood. And one of the key things here in this 4-point game, Haywood's on the floor. Chandler has played 11 minutes, but he doesn't have a foul.
That's key, and and Brendan Haywood's played well. He's got a lot of offensive rebounds in this series. He's banging and stuff, but they need Tyson Chandler on the floor, and they need him on the floor, not in foul trouble. He's done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble. At the top of the show is that guy right there gives them a defensive grit. How about if I told you that the Dallas Mavericks would be leading the NBA playoffs in defense? What would you have thought about that? A couple years ago. Didn't think it was possible even last year.
Rick Carlisle telling us, hey, it wasn't a hard sell about being committed to defense. Roy gives it up, shot clock down, can be short, corner air ball. Correa comes away with it. This is a Portland team that during the regular season average, Batum picks up the foul, 96 points. In the playoffs, they're averaging 86.6. Terry picks himself up. He'll head to the free throw line. Batum picks up his first.
Yeah, he steps on him a little bit, and then he kind of gives him a little bit of a kick in the shin.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. He gave him a kick in the shin. I tell you what, I like it.
All right, Marty.
Hey, Matt, Gerald Wallace walked to the locker room moments ago from the Portland bench holding his back. He has not been out since. back to the court, so we're going to get a word with Gerald or try and find out exactly what's going on and get you word as soon as we can.
Yeah, thanks, Marty, because I was just about ready to say they need to bring Gerald back, but I looked up there and I didn't see him, so good looking out, Marty. Way to help us out there on that one, and he's had 5 for 7 Wallace's with 13 points. Just a great start for Portland.
And 6 rebounds, and remember his nickname is Crash. They call him Crash, and he works hard each and every night. Dallas 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Portland 3 of 3 right to the rim.
Boy, J.J. Barea playing with no fear whatsoever, just taking it to the hole, going up there, and I think you're going to see a timeout here by Portland. Yep.
13-2 run, Kevin, by Dallas. So they're able to take that early wave.
Yeah.
The crowd, Brandon Roy, and they've tied it at 35.
Yeah, to be able to get over the shock and awe of that start of Portland was important.
I think sometimes going back to the community, it puts things in perspective. We love working with the kids. They see the type of players we are on the court, but we want to teach them how to be good people. Part of being a celebrity is that young kids are going to follow you. So it's our responsibility to own up to that and do the best we can to be a positive role model for those young kids.
Brandon Roy is certainly that. Great role model for young kids. And let's send it over to Marty Snyder, who has more on Gerald Wallace. Marty?
And did get confirmation from the team as Wesley Matthews makes a layup right there that Gerald Wallace is being treated for lower back tightness. They will make a decision at halftime as to whether or not he can come back in this game. Also, Rudy Fernandez on the end of the bench just wrapped his left elbow in ice. So the Blazers all of a sudden in a little bit of health issues.
Thank you, Marty. Here's Barea. Shot doesn't go. Aldridge comes away with it. A huge loss right now for Portland. Gerald Wallace, 13 points. Their top scorer. His back is tightened up. Roy backing down on Barea. Finds Miller. Can he become a factor? And Miller picked up 2 fouls early. It really slowed him down. Stojakovic on the move. They're going to wave it off in the cylinder.
Offensive goaltending, yeah. Brendan Hayward just got a little bit anxious on there. Had he been able to hold himself back just another half second, he'd been able to tip it in. Well, that's a huge loss. Gerald Wallace going out, I mean, with his start, just the energy he brought to this team, and just his toughness and grit, and they're going to need everybody playing well right now if you're in the Portland Trailblazers uniform.
Roy, shot doesn't go, and knowing Gerald Wallace, he's going to try to convince him to get himself back out on the floor. Nowitzki, Barea, wide open, Peja Stojakovic.
Talked about it earlier, Matt. He starts scrambling around and leaving people open. He's a dangerous, dangerous guy. Stojakovic is a great shooter. When he makes a couple, and boy, he gets on fire. It's going to stop all that scrambling from Portland. You're going to have to stay with him.
And Kevin, the Mavericks now have their first lead since it was 5-4. Matthews driving. Nowitzki with a rebound. The top scoring bench during the playoffs. Back-to-back threes. They're tied for first at 34.4 points per game.
And a great push by J.J. Barea right there. You know, he's quietly giving this team a big lift, Matt. Nice passing, good energy, and done a really, really good job handling the ball for the Dallas Mavericks, J.J. Barea has.
Can Roy and Portland respond to Matthews? The open look grazes the side of the rim, and Miller couldn't handle it. It's out of bounds. Dallas up by 4.
There he goes. There's one simple little pass. It's called the swing, and he hits him right in rhythm. Here's another one coming up. Nice bullet pass up to the Jet in the corner, and the Jet knocks down the 3, and that's back-to-back threes for the Dallas Mavericks, and they're starting to get a little feel, Matt. You know, the energy, you know, they were able to handle everything that Portland threw at them in the start, and they're feeling a little more comfortable right now.
Kidd back on the floor. Chandler on the floor. Stojakovic back up top. Kidd. The 3 doesn't go. And Camby comes away with it. It's a 19-4 run for Dallas. And Rick Carlisle and his offense, he always talks about getting flow, and they have that. Miller knocks it down, but getting flow, it starts at the defensive end.
No, I was just going to say, you get some stops, you get out and run, and actually, they call it their push offense. It's their early offense, and it's all the flow, pick and roll, corners are spread. Everybody knows how to play, and they really play well when they get in that push offense.
Terry attacking. 7 points for Terry. And a timeout taken by Nate McMillan.
Yeah, that straight line drive, when you're giving up layups like that, the coach gets mad. He's calling a timeout and said, guys, we got to help each other on the defensive end.
39 Dallas. Their bench getting it done for Rick Carlisle. Nowitzki leads away with 15 points, and then it's Terry, Stojakovic, and Marion. Aldridge down low, double. Here's Roy. Kid jumps out at him. Matthews. Aldridge keeping it alive. Puts it back up and in.
Great second effort there by Aldridge. Had an offensive rebound, missed the tip, stayed after it, and got the second one to go. Interesting little 2-3 zone here by Portland. Let's see. Dallas practices the zone quite a bit themselves, so they should be pretty familiar with how to attack it.
They played it quite a bit in Game 5. Aldridge, Marion knocks it out. It's going to be Blazer basketball.
Yeah, the zone, nice little zone there. You mix it up. Nate said, hey, they're getting a roll. And that's why Nate's such a good coach. You know, he comes out and he says, let's get a little zone. You see it right there from your standard little 2-3. They made him move it around, and they ended up taking a long jump shot there and got the defensive rebound.
It's interesting to talking to Nate McMillan because, you know, he was telling his guys, would you just run your same stuff against the zone? Aldridge shot doesn't go. But why is the NBA teams, from an offensive standpoint, all of a sudden they see that zone and they forget about all their just regular offensive principles?
They put up the stop sign. Nice little move there by Marion, but he misses. Yeah, the zone makes you put up the stop sign. You don't know what to do. Everybody looks at each other and goes, oh, the ball right out of Miller's reach there. But everybody starts looking at each other like, what are we going to do? Well, you just got to play. You got to move and stuff. Actually, when you get comfortable, it's much easier playing against the zone. And that's why a lot of NBA teams don't play a lot of zone. Dallas plays as much zone as anybody does in the league. Maybe more, well, probably actually more than anybody else. But once you get your rhythm against the zone, it's not hard, but it's odd how pro players see that zone and they just get stupefied.
Is stupefied?
Stupefied, yes. I don't even know if it's a word. I just made it up.
Yeah, probably not. You can do that. Marion!
In northern Minnesota, we'll say stupefied, and everybody understands what you're talking about.
I understood what you were talking about. Everybody understood. Okay.
Okay. You understand a lot of stuff, man.
I appreciate that. Here's Miller. Roy will catch and shoot. Marion gets it ahead now. Terry to Nowitzki. There you go. That's what you wanted. The lob in the dunk, Kevin.
Yeah, Dirk's feeling good. He threw down a two-hander. He does that once every couple weeks.
11 of his 17 in the quarter. Nate McMillan's team has won 12 of the last 13 home games dating back to the regular season. Their lone loss to Golden State. And during that stretch, they have handled Dallas 4 times. Aldridge on the inside.
Great hands by Aldridge to be able to get that. And there's Dirk again, leaking out and getting to the rack, getting a little, cherry picking a little bit there, just running back out and getting out ahead of the Portland defense.
And that will get steam coming out of your ears if you're a coach. Not getting back.
I hear you. Coach McMillan will have a few things to talk about with his Portland Trailblazers at halftime here.
Miller tapped up. Nowitzki. Playing for the final shot here in this first half. Portland led by 12. Dallas now up 49-43. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Terry the three. Right on time. 52-43. Dallas, what a second quarter, Kevin.
Like I said, we talked about it, Matt. They were able to withstand the shock and awe of Portland, and they came out running. There's the Dirk Nowitzki lob, and that's the Dirk Nowitzki dunk.
19 for Nowitzki. Dallas ends a half on a 30-10 run over the last 9 minutes. And that's the end of the first half. Coming up after a quick break, EJ, Kenny, necessary Game 7 Saturday in Dallas on TNT. All right, so EJ, Kenny, and Charles, they talked about Dirk Nowitzki, 10 points since getting the flagrant foul.
Yeah, well, if you poke the dog with a stick, sometimes you get bit.
That's what Charles said.
Yeah, Chuck knows.
And he got the dude all upset.
Yeah, he sure did. Well, you know, he started playing, and he hasn't been shooting the ball well in this series up to this point. But he's 8 for 11 in the first half, and this is how he does it. Watch him step him off with that right foot. That jab step, he moves back, knocks it down. And that little bit of that's a lob play for Dirk, catches it, goes underneath. But this is the one I love. Look at that, going back over the left shoulder, coming back over. I just love that little baseline fake. Great jump hook by Dirk Nowitzki, and really, you know, just carrying right now the Dallas Mavericks on his back offensively.
27-10 since the Chris Johnson flagrant foul. All right, let's send it over to Marty.
Well, Matt talked to Gerald Wallace moments ago. He did walk out of the locker room. He said his back just seized up on him and he could barely stand up. He did go get treatment on it. He will start this second half. I did talk to Nate McMillan. He said we want to see what we can get out of him here in the second half. Nate said bottom line, we have to attack. We must start getting some free throws and get to the line. Be aggressive inside. That's what we didn't do in the first half, Matt.
Well, only 3 free throws, Marty and Kevin. 2 of them by Gerald Wallace, that man right there. 13.6 rebounds. And 11 minutes of action, had the first 9 for Portland, and what a start.
Yeah, you know, and he's one of those guys that just plays so hard, as you said earlier, Matt. His nickname is Crash. So he only knows one way to play, and that's full out. And I hope his back, you know, loosens up enough for him to come out and play and compete in a closeout game for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game 5 first half, just 1 free throw for Portland. Game 6, 3 in the first half, 1 free throw for them in the first half of Game 5. They did not attempt a free throw in the second quarter. Their last one at the 16-16 mark of the first quarter. So underway here in the second half. Dallas, can they close it out? As Kidd opens up the second half by making the jumper. And for Kidd, his first 2 of the game along with Chandler. No fouls, that's key. Marion, Stevenson, and Nowitzki. Aldridge with Camby, Wallace, Matthews, and Miller.
Yeah, to me, excuse me, I lost my headset there. For me, 2 statistics stood out. One was they had 2 turnovers. Dallas Mavericks didn't turn over, and there's no fouls on Tyson Chandler. So he'll really be able to be aggressive and really use his defense.
Here's Kidd to Marion. Marion shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Stevenson the 3, and Camby's able to come down with it. 54-43. Early minutes here of this third, important for Portland for sure. Wallace to Matthews. Matthews on the move with the left hand. Tight defense on the inside, but a second look now for Miller and the Blazers.
Yeah, great defense by Tyson Chandler. They're challenging Wesley Matthews' shot.
Miller fires over Chandler. And Miller, 4 points, 2 assists. And those road games down in Dallas had 18 in each one of them.
Yeah, he's been the most consistent of all the Portland Trailblazers and just playing very, very well. As you see the Mavs, beautiful ball move from side to side. Kidd over to Stevenson. Stevenson's drop pass off to Sean Marion for a dunk, and I tell you what, that really upsets Nate. I mean, there's no weak side help. There's not a lot of guys challenging at the rim right now. Look at this pass right here. Drop it over to him. Camby's got to come over there. Free range, slam dunk, Sean Marion. But he makes it a lot, a very high percentage.
Largest advantage, and a whistle and a foul, and the foul's going to be charged to Marion.
Yeah, look at this shot clock going down. You got Dirk driving hard. Everybody collapses. And there's that little push kind of throw shot by Marion, and with 1 second left on the shot clock.
We're talking to Rick Carlisle and about the offensive game, as Sean Marion said, you know, he's unique, and a lot of the things that we do, it's really catered toward his abilities because he's so unconventional at his position.
Yeah, he said that, you know, that's why they play that flow offense, and you see hard drive by Wes Matthews. They're trying to get the line. But that's part of the thing with Marion. They just play that flow. They let it get up and down, and he played that way a little bit in Phoenix, you know, with Steve Nash and D'Antoni's offense. And so he's a guy very familiar with that, and very comfortable with that.
Marion with 12 points, and here's a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. ESPN Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern. The Spurs at Memphis, Game 6, if necessary, on TNT Saturday. Portland at Dallas. And how about the Spurs last night?
Wow. Gary Neal making that three. I mean, I tell you what, they were right on the doorstep, getting ready to be dropped out of the playoffs. They fought their way back, and now a little pressure shifts over to Memphis to see if they can win, you know, Game 6 at home.
That was on Nowitzki.
Another zone here by Portland, so they're zoned up a little bit. Boy, that's what you do against the zone. You try to get yourself over the top, get a mismatch, and throw it up, and you saw Tyson Chandler there.
Chandler getting wrapped up by Gerald Wallace. Wallace picks up the foul, and Tyson Chandler's going to head to the free throw line. Played in 74 games during the regular season. Last time he played that many games, he played 79 for the New Orleans Hornets back in 2007-08 season. The last 2 years, a total of 96 games. He's healthy, and he has been outstanding during the regular season, and he's been in foul trouble, but tonight, that's not the case. No, you know, he's brought a different mindset to this team. They can win games 88 to 85. They never used to be able to do that. They had to outscore you. He brought a lot of grit and toughness, and you know, he missed the free throw there, but he's played Aldridge head up this entire playoff. Yes, he's been in foul trouble, but he stays behind him, makes him shoot over him, and done a great job of just anchoring that Dallas defense. Dallas 10 to 12 from the free throw line. Stumbling is Stevenson, and Miller made a move. And a foul on Stevenson as he gets helped up by Marion and Chandler. Stevenson got knocked down, and he reached out and he tried to grab Miller's leg as he went by. He said, hey, if I'm laying on the floor, I might as well get a foul. Well, you like that stuff. You had Batum stepping on the ankle of Terry. You thought that was good. Look, at a little healthy competition, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of disliking your opponent. Wallace. Gerald Wallace, 15 points. Now that was great ball movement against the zone right there, Matt. They moved it around, they got it inside, and Wallace ended up with an easy layup. Stevenson. Crowd back in it. Chandler fouled by Gerald Wallace. Here on the other end, we talked about the ball movement. There it is. He comes out now. You're going to see an extra pass down to Wallace. He goes in for a little reverse layup, and that's what you got to do. You know, Dallas played a lot of zone in Game 5, and it really threw Portland for a loop. And now they're moving the ball. They're comfortable with it, and you're going to. And actually, Portland played zone the last time down against Dallas, so I guess it's zone versus zone. Marty?
Matt, when I talked to Gerald Wallace this morning, he told me he was very disappointed, in quotes, with his play so far in this series. He said, what I would have normally done in the past, I would have shot my way out of it. He was the #1 option with the Charlotte Bobcats, so he had the ball in his hands all the time. He said, but here, I don't have the ball in my hands all the time. All I know how to do is be aggressive. That's what I'm going to bring tonight. I would say he's brought it, and he's playing with that bum back as well.
15 points, Marty, with 6 rebounds. He had a double-double in Game 4. And comeback led by Brandon Roy. And Stevenson picks up a foul. And Gerald had 16 and 9 in Game 5. He is certainly key to what they want to do both defensively as well as offensively, Kevin.
No question. He's one of their better defenders. He brings great energy. He's got the right attitude, though. He's, you know what, I'm just going to work my way out of this. I'm not going to be able to shoot my way out of it, so I'm going to work my way out of it as you have a 3-second defensive, 3-second violation there on Chandler. Because, again, Dallas went back in the 2-3 zone and they got caught in the paint.
Defensive 3-second violation, and Nate McMillan talking to Aldridge as well as Wallace. Miller at the line. TNT this June. The team is back. Leverage returns with a new season of Bigger Cons this June only on TNT. And with so much time left, and Miller misses the free throw. Yeah, speaking of leverage.
There's the star of Leverage. I like that show. They got a lot of different things going on. It's always kind of a surprise ending, and I like Leverage. That's the star of it right there.
Timothy Hutton as Miller has it taken away by Stevenson.
Great play by Kidd. Not only got the steal, but saving it from going out of bounds.
He was here the other night as well. Saw that Game 4 comeback. Kidd launches a three, and Canby comes away with it. Wallace into the front court. And Dallas has been here before. They've had the lead on the road. They led it by 23. Marion got a piece of it. They lead now by 10. Can Portland make a run here? Chandler got a piece of it. Wallace, wild shot. Can he lead the charge?
Coming right from the locker room, hurt, back sore. Wallace gets it, clock running down, turnaround fadeaway, and the crowd is back here in Portland. They got some life right now, and the Portland Trailblazers are feeding off the crowd.
Well, Dallas has turned it over, and Stevenson just picked up his third. Miller is headed to the line with 6:18 remaining here in this third quarter, and an 8-point game. Stevenson will leave. Terry's in. Portland tonight, Kevin, just 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Only 6 attempts. There's 7. Sunday, MLB on TBS returns with an AL East showdown between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Coverage begins at 1 o'clock Eastern, live from Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, Portland's not getting to the line a great deal in this series, and you surely can't miss them when you get there. They just missed 2, and so again, you know, you can't turn the ball over if you're Dallas. Let's see if you can get the ball into Davidsky, get this thing settled down, maybe get to the line and, you know, slow it down again. I love getting to the line when you're on the road. It just slows the game down for you.
Shot clock at 8. Nowitzki, no. Wallace with a rebound. A 7-1 run. Matthews in the lane. Chandler, a huge rebound, comes down, and Miller steps up and steps away from the scene. That's his third.
Good defense there by Dallas, and then you know, hard, tough rebound there by Chandler, and Miller took him out, ran him over, and that's all right. You know, it's going to get feisty here, I tell you what. Before this game, a lot on the line in this game. I mean, the entire season for Portland is on the line here, and it's going to, both these teams want it. They're going to compete and play hard.
Terry rises up and drills it for Dallas. They're trying to clinch here tonight and move on. Lakers waiting. Portland trying to force a Game 7. In the history of their organization, they've only played which is hard to believe in 3 Game 7s. Wallace. Marion sets the screen. Kidd in the lane. Knocked away. Chandler underneath.
Nice drop pass, a little behind the back flip pass there by Jay Kidd to Tyson Chandler. Again, if you want to find Tyson Chandler on the offensive end, throw the ball around the front of the rim. That's where he's going to be. He knows his range and he knows how to get open down there.
63-52. Double-digit lead for Dallas. Matthews. And a turnover.
Look at this. Jay Kidd comes in. He sees everything. He goes around that little flip pass to Chandler. Chandler goes up, secures the ball, goes up and uses the glass and gets 2.
Brandon Roy's on the floor. He's played 13 minutes. Roy averaging 21 minutes in the series. Terry. Nowitzki. Shot clock at 5. Nowitzki, no. Tapped away. Kidd has to let it fly, and it goes. Kidd.
Wow, that was a rainmaker there. He shot that from 30 feet in the air, and it hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
66-52. Nowitzki with a rebound. Here's Kidd now into the front court. Kidd, change of direction, finds Marion. That's his shot.
Great ball movement, and again, getting into Marion, that little floater, and again, you know, you're going to see Jay Kidd here getting the ball, running out, time going down. You got a little layup, he overlays it, stays with it, gets it to Kidd. Look at how high he shot that thing, and just ripped the bottom of the net out as the shot clock expired.
An 8-0 run by Dallas. Can they close this one out? Early on, Aldridge in the first 3 games of this series averaged 23.6 points, shot 50% since that time. Last 2 games shooting 38%.
And who's been on screen? Tyson Chandler didn't get in foul trouble, and that's why I said Tyson Chandler is just, you know, a great defender, and he's playing Aldridge head up and making Aldridge work on every single shot.
Fernandez with Canby, Aldridge, Roy, Wallace driving, and he's fouled and he crashes to the floor.
Swing pass.
He only knows one way to play.
Listen to the sound out there. I mean, that's a summit meeting. He went up, and Tyson Chandler went up to get him, and yeah, the thing I like about Chandler not having fouls is that he can go attack those drivers like that. And every time you stop a layup and the guy misses a free throw, as Wallace did, that's a great defensive play. You've taken a point off the board, and that's what Tyson Chandler did there. Went up, fouled him hard, Wallace went to the rim hard, and he missed the first free throw.
Gets the second, and he now has 18 points. At 18 in game 2. 67-53, Dallas with the advantage. Kidd, Terry, Chandler, Marion, and Stojakovic. Terry in the air to Kidd. Terry leaning in, no. Wallace got a piece of it. Terry, Chandler right there with the follow, the left hand.
Great job by Tyson Chandler. And where is he, Matt? Front of the rim? He knows where to go. That means a good offensive rebounder, but he stays in there and he's got great hands around that glass.
9 points, 6 rebounds. Batum lets Chandler fly by. Shot's not falling. Wallace keeps it alive. Here's Roy. It's Brandon Roy time. Dallas takes a timeout. Not going to allow Brandon Roy to get into rhythm.
Timeout immediately after that, but here you go. Terry grabs the ball, gets it on the rim quickly. Look at Chandler in there. Nice hands, nice soft touch, getting it off the glass.
Brandon Roy just ends a 10-1 Dallas run. Rick Carlisle a timeout. Can they hold on? Atlanta and the Lakers advanced earlier tonight. Will Dallas join them? Roy makes a big shot, and Rick Carlisle immediately, Kevin, the timeout.
Couldn't call timeouts fast enough after Roy made that three. And Rick told us before the game his biggest concern was Brandon Roy getting on one of those crazy rolls like he did in the fourth quarter in Game 4.
Roy was spectacular as Terry drills a shot fading. He's got 14 off of the bench. 71-56. Roy up top. Aldridge sets the screen. Fernandez up top. Here's Aldridge. If Rudy Fernandez was feeling it at all, that would have been a quick trigger three.
No question. He'd have shot it. Right now, Rudy's got no confidence in his offensive game. His shot has just left him, and he's really searching for any kind of offense. You're right, Matt. He would have shot that in a heartbeat.
Terry the other way, taking it right to him. Fernandez in the series is 3 of 17. Terry with 16 points. Roy. Can he create? Staying with him on the roll. Aldridge has it knocked away. Batum to the cutting Wallace on the backside. Aldridge with a putback.
Good persistence there by the Portland Trailblazers. Stayed after that play. Got a little sloppy, and Aldridge cleaned it up with an offensive rebound putback.
Terry connects.
Ooh, the Jet's stuck on automatic right now. He's making shots. You can just see it in his body language out there. He feels really comfortable shooting the ball right now. And boy, when Jet Terry gets it going, he's a handful. There's another guy they're looking to get going, and Brandon Roy.
Aldridge, shake shimmy right to the rim. Nice move by LaMarcus Aldridge. He has 16. 15-point game. Terry has the last 6 for Dallas. Slight differential, game clock, shot clock. Stojakovic steps in, the 2. And Wallace is there. Wallace with a double-double. Wallace launches. And Wallace run down from behind. And it's a foul on Haywood. That's his second. And now they're going to head over to the monitor to check to see if
it was a 3. I'm pretty sure it was a 3. We got a little blocked out, but I think, oh, nope. It was a 2-pointer. He had his foot on the line. And just stopped, and Haywood couldn't stop running up behind him and ran him over there on the shot.
Yeah, you see the left hand in the back of Wallace as he goes down to the floor, and certainly appears as though it is going to be 2 and not 3 free throws.
Yeah, it'll be 2 free throws, and the hand was clearly in the back before. Watch, the hand goes in the back right now, and the foul is committed, and the light's not off yet, so he'll get 2 free throws. He was inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, the Mavs in this quarter outscored Portland 23-17 as they are now checking the clock to see how much time should be added. And the interesting fact is that Dirk Nowitzki didn't score in the third, and as you mentioned, sat for an extended period of time. Fourth quarter's coming up.
Well, that's a great sign for Dallas that your leading scorer, Nowitzki, doesn't score in the third quarter. You extend the lead. He's resting over there on the bench, getting ready to try to close this game out here for the Dallas Mavericks.
And he has been one of the top scorers during the playoffs in the fourth quarter, and so they're
And still looking at to see.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe.
I don't know what they could be looking at. It seems pretty clear to me that the hand was in the back
Yeah,
before the light goes off. He's inside the three-point line. Should be 2 free throws.
I think at the end they're looking at how much time, and so they put .4 on the clock. And Wallace is going to step to the free throw line. And Wallace with 18 and 10 for Gerald.
You got to put a time limit on how long the referees can look at those things. I'm telling you, that was a long time for that.
They've got to get it right.
Oh my goodness, we had it right the first time. We showed it. We said it's a 2 free throw foul, and there's like 0.3 of a second, okay, on the floor, or 4 or 5.
Well, that's what they were looking for, to see how much time. You're getting very ornery tonight.
I don't like all that time to shoot 2 free throws. It just takes too long.
Gerald, the time off didn't affect him. He probably needed it with the back, get up there.
No, you need him moving in the back. You don't need to stand around.
True.
You need to stand around and stiffen up. I got stiff sitting next to you. It took so long.
Wallace gets them both.
Boy, thank goodness that wasn't 5 attempts. He would have been able to get that shot off.
Dallas. It's like as Charles said, you're poking the dog. You're just 75-62. Remember in Game 4, they led by 18 through 3 quarters. Can Dallas finally get it done?
Well, their pick and rolls, we got to do a better job of getting through on their pick and rolls and controlling that ball right now. They have their tempo with the pick and roll.
He was magic for you in Game 4. Do you run everything through Brandon in this quarter?
Well, LA's going to have to give us something in the paint, but Brandon is an option.
All right, thanks, Nate. Matt?
Marty in Game 4, 18 of his 24 in the fourth. Canby opens up the fourth. His first 2. 75-64. Nowitzki begins the fourth quarter.
Yeah, got a nice rest in the third. You're bringing them out here to try to close this game down. They don't want to let this Portland crowd get into it. And you can't turn the ball over if you're the Dallas Mavericks and let the Portland Trailblazers get rolling.
Dirk Nowitzki commits the foul. He thought he had all ball. Wallace will go to the line. 20 points, 10 rebounds tonight for Gerald.
And look at Gerald Wallace just coming full blast, and Dirk gets him on the right hand and drags it down, and Wallace earns 2 free throws. But right now, if you're Dallas, Matt, you can't turn the ball over. That's what fuels this Portland team, and you guys just take care of the ball, get it to your shooters, run your offense. And I think Nate McMillan made a great point. Dallas is in great rhythm in their pick and roll game, and Portland's not showing, and they're a little bit out of sorts a little bit on their defense, trying to guard that screen and roll.
Only 4 turnovers for Dallas tonight. 5 points off of the 4. Portland's turned it over only 6 times. Portland, though, on an 8-0 run over the last 130. Roy's going to get charged with the foul. That's his first. He has 9 points in 19 minutes. Nowitzki, second in the playoffs in fourth quarter scoring behind Kevin Durant. At 9.4 for Nowitzki. J.J. Barea. That's a big bucket. Kenny Smith talked about him at halftime, and J.J., instead of passing it up, takes it right in the lane.
Oh, J.J. had a great 9-minute stint there in the first half. This is his first chance here in the second half, and really a nice shot there. A little bit of a silence there for the Dallas Mavericks there.
Wallace, spin move on Terry. Roy gives it to Fernandez. Finally, Rudy Fernandez. Gerald attacking, finds Batum cutting, denied by Nowitzki. Terry, and he's fouled by Roy. It's on the floor.
Boy, Portland is running right now. You got a nice pass off to Batum, and Dirk comes over, plays solid defense and gets a shot. And Rudy Fernandez needed this so badly. He didn't see anything go in for him the entire series. And oh, that's got to feel good for Rudy Fernandez to make that three.
Only his third three of the series, and during the regular season, 63% of his shots. Oh. 63% of his shots from downtown. You see Dallas, and there is a foul on that last play. Dirk Nowitzki picked up his third. They had a Rick Carlisle. His team right now clutching on to an 8-point advantage, Kevin.
Well, after not having it turned over, or turning the ball over, excuse me, almost all evening, they turned it over twice in the last few seconds. And that last one was just, I'm not sure what happened. The inbounder just passed it, the guy wasn't looking. And boy, you got to take care of that ball if you're the Dallas Mavericks. You can't give this Portland Trailblazer team any life and get these fans any more stirred up than they already are.
Wallace is going to take a seat. Wesley Matthews on the floor. Seam for Roy. Finds Camby underneath. And pushed hard to the floor is Aldridge. If you're Dallas right now, Kevin, what's, is it starting to enter your mind a little bit here? As you take a look at the fourth quarter scores in this series.
Well, we talked about it. I mean, this is the scene of the crime, as we said at the start. I mean, they dropped a 23-point second-half lead here in Game 4, and you try to exercise those demons out of you, but they hang around, man. I tell you what, and it takes up. You obviously need to turn it over. You have some sloppy play. You start feeling the momentum in the arena switch to Portland. And, you got to fight all that right now. Come down, run your offense. And right now, to me, I would get the ball to Dirk, or I'd run a little screen and roll with he and Terry. But you've got to get some offense going and just stem the flow here a little bit.
13-2 run by the Blazers. The closest it's been since the second quarter. Dirk Nowitzki, the silencer.
Great move by Dirk. Nice little up fake, got a little body contact, got some separation.
And Matthews is fouled by Haywood. You said it, get it to Dirk.
Yeah, get it to your top guy. Here you go. Watch this pump fake. Little pump fake, gets a little bit of separation, gets a little shoulder into him, fades back. A beautiful soft touch there by Dirk. And on the other end, Wes Matthews, did what you're supposed to. Put his head down and just took it right to the rack and said, hey, I'm getting to the free throw line.
11 points for Wesley Matthews. There's Dirk Nowitzki and his numbers in the fourth quarter during this series. And early on, Game 1, Game 2, such a major factor. 19 of 21 of those two games from the free throw line. 79-73, Kevin.
Portland's really extended their pressure, Matt. They're 94 feet. They're pressing up on the Dallas Mavericks guards and trying to turn them over, and really trying to get energy out of their defensive end.
Nowitzki again over Wesley Matthews. Battling for position, takes it. Using the matchup to his advantage.
Yeah, when they switch that, Dirk's just too big for Wes Matthews. But again, nice pump fake and get separation.
Aldridge. Nate McMillan told Marty Snyder they need him in the fourth quarter.
And they need him in that post right there. Getting in there, making shots, trying to draw fouls.
Nowitzki open. Dirk Nowitzki in the fourth. 8-point game. Nowitzki with the last 6 for Dallas. Step back, Aldridge, the response.
if you're Rick Carlisle, you got to think about bringing back Tyson Chandler right now. Aldridge got a little rhythm against Hayward. Chandler's been the guy who's really been able to get a hand up and shut him down some.
And he only has one foul. Barea, J.J. Barea. Barea, a big three. Aldridge. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge. 86-79. Dallas takes a timeout. Hold on, Kevin.
Yep, you got Dirk in the post there, knocking it down, and you got Aldridge on the other side right here, getting against Hayward, getting where he wants to. Nice little jump hook. And then you got the little guy, J.J. Barea, knocking down the three, trying to stem this Portland rally.
Playoff points by an international player. Now, this doesn't include international players that went to a U.S. college. Hakeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan, born outside of the U.S. And Greg Oden looking on here.
Oh, wishing he was out there. You know, 1 year at Ohio State, first pick in the draft, and that poor fellow has just not been able to stay healthy.
86-79. Barea working with Chandler. He's back on the floor in the corner. Nowitzki steps into the two. Comes up short, and Aldridge with a rebound. Wallace back on the floor. Backing down on Terry. Matthews. Here's Wallace. It's a three. Barea's right there. Pushing the pace. Finds Stojakovic. Aldridge comes away with it.
Good challenge at the top there by Camby to make Stojakovic miss that shot. And again, I like the fact that Wesley Matthews is just putting his head down and just attacking the rim.
Matthews goes to the line. He's 5 of 5 for 12 points. Here's a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. The Friday night on ESPN, Spurs and Grizzlies from Memphis in the Mid-South at the FedEx Forum. Game 6, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then, if necessary, Game 7 on Saturday, Portland in Dallas. 6-point game. Kid on the floor. 86-80. 5-point game in the fourth quarter. Dallas, no free throws. Kevin, Portland is 8 of 8. They're 17 of 20 for the game.
Yeah, I said earlier, I like them putting their head down and just driving the hole and make the referee make decisions.
Stojakovic, the three. Aldridge over Chandler. Wallace. Offensive rebound. Put back. Gerald Wallace. Timeout, Rick Carlisle.
It was an intentional message to LaMarcus, so FYI.
Thank you. Dallas led by 17. They led 75-62 heading into the fourth. And here we go again, Kevin. 86-83, Portland making a run.
Yeah, again, as Yogi Berra said, deja vu all over again right now here with the Dallas Mavericks. And you need to make a couple shots, get to the free throw line, and slow this momentum down.
Shot clock down to 2. Wallace with the steal. Gerald Wallace to the rim for the slam dunk. Kidd got it. Cold. That was cold. Kidd drains it. 89-85. Matthews attacking. Aldridge on the inside over Chandler. Batted out by Camby. No, but Camby gives him new life again.
Second time he's knocked one out there, and he can't grab it, but he's tapping it back out there. Dallas has got to come up with a couple of the defensive rebounds clean.
Aldridge loses it. Here's Kidd now into the front court. 4-point lead for Dallas. They've lost 8 in a row on the road in the playoffs. Terry. Timeout, Nate McMillan. It's 91-85. What a response by Dallas after Gerald Wallace gets his steal and he's off and running. 26 points, and then Jay Kidd comes down.
Makes a big three, I tell you, from Terry. And then the next possession down, Terry steps back, Camby in his face, knocks down a jumper.
Gotta be more than this. I need a little less hard time. I need a little more bliss. I'm gonna take my chances, taking a chance I might find what I'm looking for. Gotta be something more.
What a scene, Game 6 here at the Rose Garden. Brandon Roy and the Blazers trying to force a Game 7. Dallas trying to move on to the second round. 91-85. Matthews the three. No. Nowitzki a huge rebound and a double-double. 25 and 10.
Great look by Matthews. Nice play out of the timeout by Nate McMillan. They got a good shot, just couldn't knock it down.
Shot clock at 7. Nowitzki. Offensive. Nowitzki just picked up his fourth with 3:25 remaining.
Nice drive. You got Camby slides over and gets the offensive foul call on Dirk Nowitzki, but good hard attack there by Dirk. And you know what? Camby protects that paint, you know, with taking charges and block shots, and a big play there by Marcus Camby.
See the game reset. Gerald Wallace attacking and fouled. Gerald Wallace, fearless. 26 points, 12 rebounds, and listen to this. I remember talking to Nate McMillan about the play of Gerald Wallace and how he fit into this group, and he said when you play like that, you fit right into the locker room, and he said if you play the right way long enough, by the age of 50, you're going to pay for it?
Yeah.
He said Gerald's going to pay for it.
Yeah, but you know what? You get a lot of respect, and everybody in that locker room respects you because he plays so hard. And And he's doing this with a bad back. And after he came out, didn't play in the second quarter, and he's sucking it up and giving this Portland team a great opportunity with 3 minutes to go to get this game.
8 of his 28 in the quarter. Foul on Wallace, his third. 91-87. 2:56 remaining. Side out of bounds. Kidd with Nowitzki, Chandler, Marion, and Terry. Aldridge, Wallace, Roy, Camby, and Aldridge. Turnover. Wallace and Terry there.
Just took his eye off it for a second, mishandled it right by the 10-second line and over and back on the Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks, 3 turnovers the first 3 quarters, and then here in the fourth, 5, Kevin.
The one thing we talked about, Matt, you can't turn it over against this Portland Trailblazer team. They'll take those turnovers and score on them.
Wallace. Aldridge at the foul line. Tracking down his miss. Roy. No, there was a whistle. There was a whistle prior to that. And with the roar of the crowd, you couldn't hear it. Foul on Nowitzki. That's his 5th. So Aldridge goes to the line. 25 points. 5 fouls on Nowitzki.
And just a great hustle play by Aldridge. He shot the first shot. Great defense in the free throw by Chandler. He knew he missed it immediately. The ball barely left Aldridge's hand, and he was on it, Matt. Tracked that thing down for an offensive rebound, and they called Dirk for his 5th foul.
4 of them here in the fourth. In a 4-point game.
Dirk's got a little blood on his arm there. They're going to take an official's timeout here, get him cleaned up.
And put a wristband over it.
And here's the shot. Look at Aldridge, takes off immediately and goes and gets it. And yeah, Dirk kind of stumbles into him a little bit there, lost his footing under the basket and pushed him out and got his 5th foul. Did you say, Matt, that's the 4th in this quarter for him?
4th in the quarter.
Oof.
TNT this June, Fear the Skies, Face the Enemy, Fight for Survival from TNT and DreamWorks Television. Falling Skies series premiere this June on TNT. Marion with the, all right, we got this wink. Do they? It's 91-87 with 2:34 to go.
And Portland right now is just fighting for their survival. They need one more game down in Dallas to extend the season. And Aldridge misses 2 key free throws right there.
In the fourth, Mavs have yet to attempt a free throw. Portland's 10 of 12. Marion backing down on Roy. Help didn't come.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Matt. They found a spot where they like to put Marion on that left box. He's a good post-up player there. And, Coach Carlisle said that they were going to use him down there and maybe even, use him late in the game down there.
Marion fouls Wallace.
I like to see a guy play with patience and a purpose, and he's taking his time. Look at that nice little jump hook. When you're in the post, just get to where you want to go and take the shot you want to get. If the defense comes down and collapses, you pass it out. But nice patience there by Marion.
3 straight double-figure performances in this series for Shada Marion. As Wallace makes that free throw, we send it over to Marty Snyder.
Well, Matt, when Gerald Wallace came out at halftime, he was wearing a back brace. Midway through the third quarter, he took that back brace off. It was too much of a distraction. Can you imagine how much pain he's going to be in tomorrow?
A bundle.
Oh, yeah.
A bundle.
He'll be iced up all night tonight trying to keep that back calm down. He's really getting just a unbelievable yeoman's effort out there with the short back for Portland.
30 points for Wallace. Terry, 22 points, back-to-back 20-plus point performances. He had 29 in Game 3. Roy, Aldridge looking to swing it. Hands it off to Roy, under 10 of the shot clock. Dallas ball with 1:15 to go, 95-89.
And boy, when they needed a defensive effort for the entire team, they got it right there, Matt. I mean, that was great defense by Dallas. Everybody rotated, everybody fired out, and they got a tough shot by Wes Matthews in the corner.
Dallas looking to advance to the second round. They've lost in the first round 3 of the last 4 years after going to the NBA Finals. Kidd, no, tapped out by Chandler. Under a minute remaining here in Game 6. Portland trying to force. Over and back is called. Portland trying to force a Game 7 Saturday in Dallas. Down 2 possessions with 46.2 seconds remaining in the fourth and a timeout.
You can see 20 NBA games and not see 2 over and backs. In that game, we've seen 2 in the fourth quarter here.
The pain. Will it be the ecstasy?
Get into your offense quick. Get there. Hopefully get fouled and something attacking the hole where you can slow it down. Then you got to press up. Then you got to get your defense extended. And you got to press and probably run and jump. Try to create a turnover here on the Dallas Mavericks after you score, because if not, Dallas is just going to run that clock out, Matt. They're going to take as much time off. But right now the key is to get a quick hitting, hard attacking play going to the rim here by the Portland Trailblazers.
Portland, their 2 wins in this series, both at home by a combined 7 points. They're in another tight one. Down 6 with 46.2 remaining here in Game 6. Aldridge up top. Looking for Wallace, who has 30. The 3, no. On the backside, knocked out of bounds by Matthews. It's going to be Dallas basketball. The last time Dallas won a road playoff game, April 28, 2009 in San Antonio. 106-93. It was Game 5 of a first-round meeting. 95-89 with 31.2 seconds remaining.
Now you're going to see Portland just play the foul game. They got to bank on Dallas trying to miss some free throws. And well, there's a guy right there, Dirk Nowitzki, who makes his free throws down the stretch. And he's closed so many games for this Dallas Mavericks from the line throughout his career.
Nowitzki going to the free throw line. If they can pull out a win here, and all the talk about the road woes and exercising the demons, important, as you saw earlier in that graphic, about if you want to go deep in the playoffs, you've got to handle business away from your house.
Yeah, you got to win some road games. There's no question about it. And right now, Dallas has got to feel good. They did not want this to go to a 7th game. You never do if you have home, even if you have home court advantage. It doesn't make any difference. You want to end it when you can end it.
Down 8, trying to extend the series to a Game 7 in Dallas on Saturday. 30.3 seconds remaining. Wallace to inbound it. Matthews got it. Deep 3.
Nice play drawn up there by Coach Nate McMillan. They got the 3. That's what they want. Now they're going to foul again, and they're going to, they got the right guy on there for the Dallas Mavericks at the line, and Dirk Nowitzki. But a nice play drawn up by Nate McMillan.
Matthews, 17 points. Big bucket.
Giving them a little bit of life right there. It's a 5-point game right now, and again, no timeouts by Portland. They can't advance the ball. So if you're Dallas, push up a little bit. Don't let them roll the ball out and not start the clock. And right now, the clock is your friend at 24.9. Make Portland need as much time as they can advancing the ball up the court before they get into their shot.
Dirk Nowitzki, throughout his career in closeout games, he's played in 16 of them. He averages in closeouts 25.8 points, 11.5 rebounds, 49% from the field, 91% from the free throw line, and he's got 29 now and 11 on 11 of 17 shooting, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Taking a lot of time here. Matthews right to the rim now. And Dallas has done an excellent job of getting the inbounds quickly to Dirk Nowitzki.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't mess around. When that ball goes through, nearest man grab it. Dirk run, present himself to the the passer, big, get it and hold on and go to the line and keep making your free throws.
And Nowitzki is going to step to the line. Dallas, a team that has dropped 18 of their last 20 road games in the playoffs dating back to the 2006 NBA Finals. They lost Game 3 and Game 4 here. In Game 4, they led by as many as 23. They led by 17 in the second half here. It was close to 86-85, but Dallas responding as Wallace has 32. And a foul once again. And a different response and resolve out of Dallas.
Two huge shots. A kid left corner 3, and the next possession down, Terry sizes up the big man. He comes out, shakes him off a little bit, and shoots a jump shot. Those two shots kind of righted the ship a little bit if you're Dallas.
That was right after Portland cut it to 86-85. And Nowitzki at the free throw line. Nowitzki getting it done from the line, and 30 after that last trip to the line. 10 of 10. He has 32 points. Add that up, he's 11 of 11 from the free throw line. 33 points for Nowitzki here in Game 6. Wallace shot doesn't go. Jason Kidd's going to hold on to it, and Dallas is going to take this first round series against Portland in a Game 6 on the road, Kevin.
A lot of big plays, but I tell you, the player of the game for me is Jason Terry. Came out at 22 points, 8 assists, Matt, and a big, big win there for the Dallas Mavericks. And again, you know what? If you're going to win a championship, you not only got to win on the road, you got to exercise some demons. And they got rid of one tonight, giving up that big lead in Game 4, and Portland hurt. And that's all forgotten now, Matt, as the Dallas Mavericks are moving on to face the Los Angeles Lakers in round 2.
103-96. Dallas comes away with the victory. Nowitzki 33 points, 11 rebounds, 11 of 17, 11 of 11 from the free throw.
PJ Carlissimo. Aldridge. No. Wallace put back. Game 4 would creep into their minds. They led by 23 last time they were in this building and lost. Aldridge posting up. No, but Wallace doing what he does. Getting to the offensive glass and a putback.
Second time for a putback on Wallace there, and Marion's going to have to put a body on him. That guy is an offensive rebounding machine. And see Stevenson knocking down that corner 3. Yep.
Wallace, here's a 3. Drains it. How about the start for Gerald Wallace? And Aldridge.
This is they want Aldridge in that post. And what happens now, you see Wallace get out ahead of Marion, and Marion's got to get a body on him. We talked about it, and you know what? When you make a couple tip-ins and a couple of cheapies there, Matt.
With the rebound, after guarding Nowitzki, has all 7 points for the Blazers. Sees an opening right to the rim. For the .8 in this series, has 9 quick ones, Kevin. 4-4, all 9 points for Portland, Kevin.
Yeah, real active, great start. Got a little tip in there. He got a three-pointer and hadn't been shooting three-pointers very well. Look, they both make a mistake. Marion and Nowitzki leave him open. He drives the hole, so a perfect start.
Matthews from the corner.
Transition baskets, and no one better than Wallace in getting transition baskets. He can really sneak out and run and finish.
Us at the space is there for him to operate in.
Yeah.
You saw that early when he scored the first 9 putt of 5. But Wallace has 11 of the 19. Here's Nowitzki. Nowitzki. 6-0, and he screams out at the crowd, "Let's go."
And then you got Dirk at the top. Jab step, rise up, knock it down, silence the crowd.
Change since that Dallas timeout, as you alluded to, Kevin. Settling it down, and Nowitzki. Chance now for Wallace. Steaming ahead, battling, and it goes. How about that?
Wow, he had 2 guys on him, went between his own legs, bobbled the ball, and got a layup out the
Nowitzki. And Nowitzki takes it hard. And Chris Johnson right there. Brandon Roy up, getting in between Chris Johnson and Dirk Nowitzki. And Dirk's, come on now.
Yeah, nice pass there, but I'm going to see what everybody's all upset about. Let's see, Dirk goes in. Dirk kind of shrugged off Chris Johnson, and Chris jumped up and said, "Hey, don't do that to me." Chris Johnson's a guy that's really earned playing time in this series. He's a hot. You're going to see it right here. The ball goes up, Dirk cleans it up, and there's the old grab him by the neck and take him down by Chris Johnson.
And here it is. Watch Nowitzki go in, and then with the right hand to the face. What do you?
Yeah, he got him a bit of a rip, but not that bad. He went down like he was poleaxed. Come on.
Maybe Chris needs to talk to you about how to get away.
Oh my goodness.
Nowitzki at the line. 33-26. And Correa. Here's Terry. Gives it up. Dirk. Up top. Backing down on Fernandez. Nowitzki.
If your road games, you'll be in good shape, and that hasn't been the Mavericks' strong suit.
They've lost 8 in a row on the road. Nowitzki on the inside. Boy, will catch and shoot. Marion gets it ahead now. Terry to Nowitzki. There you go. That's what you wanted. The lob in the dunk, Kevin.
Yeah, Dirk's feeling good. He threw down a 2-hander. He does that once every couple weeks.
Dallas now up 49-43. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Terry the 3. Right on time.
Shock and awe of Portland, and they came out running. There's the Dirk Nowitzki lob, and that's the Dirk Nowitzki dunk. He hasn't been shooting the ball well in this series up to this point, but he's 8 for 11 in the first half. This is how he does it. Watch him step him off that right foot. That jab step, he moves back, knocks it down, and that little bit of that's a lob play for Dirk, catches it, goes underneath. But this is the one I love. Look at that, going back over the left shoulder, coming back.
That was good.
Look at a little healthy
Johnson.
competition, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of disliking your opponent.
Wallace. Gerald Wallace.
Here on the other end, we talked about the ball movement. There it is. He comes out now. You're going to see an extra pass down to Wallace. He goes in for a little reverse layup, and that's what you got.
They lead now by 10. Can Portland make a run here? Chandler got a piece of it. Wallace, wild shot. Can he lead the charge?
Coming right from the locker room, hurt, back sore. Wallace gets it, clock running.
Nowitzki, no. Tapped away. Kidd has to let it fly, and it goes. Kidd.
The ball running out, time going down. You got a little layup. He overlays it, stays with it, gets it to Kidd. Look at how high he shot that thing, and just ripped the bottom of the net out as the shot clock expired.
An 8-0 run by Dallas. Can they close this one out?
That's what Tyson Chandler did there. Went up, fouled him hard. Wallace went to the rim hard, and he missed the first free throw.
Gets his second. And
all that time to shoot 2 free throws. It just takes too long.
Gerald.
In the back. You don't need to stand around. You're going to stand around and stiffen up. I got stiff sitting next to you. It took so long.
Wallace gets them both.
Brandon is an option.
All right, thanks, Nate. Matt?
Marty in game 4, 18 of his 24 in the fourth. Canby opens up the fourth.
Team, and you got to just take care of the ball, get it to your shooters, run your offense, and I think showing, and they're a little bit out of sorts a little bit on their defense, trying to guard that screen and roll.
Only 4 turnovers for Dallas tonight. Gerald attacking, finds Batum, cutting, denied by Nowitzki.
Boy, Portland is running right now. You got a nice pass off to Batum, and Dirk comes over, plays solid deep.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, get it to your top guy. Here you go. Watch this pump fake. Little pump fake. Gets a little bit of separation. Gets a little shoulder into him. Fades back. A beautiful soft touch there by Dirk. And that post right there. Getting in there, making shots, trying to draw fouls.
Nowitzki open. Dirk Nowitzki in the fourth. Hold on, Kevin.
Yep, you got Dirk in the post there, knocking it down, and you got
Aldridge over Chandler. Wallace, offensive rebound, put back. Gerald Wallace.
Slow this momentum down.
Shot clock down to 2. Wallace with the steal. Gerald Wallace to the rim for the slam dunk. Gerald Wallace gets his steal, and he's off and running. 20. About the play of Gerald Wallace and how he fit into this group. And he said Gerald's going to pay for it.
Yeah, but you know what? You get a lot of respect in everybody in that locker room, and take the shot you want to get. If the defense comes down and collapses, you pass it out. But nice patience there by Marion.
Tom, he was wearing a back brace. Midway through the third quarter, he took that back brace off. It was too much of a distraction. Can you imagine how much pain he's going to be in tomorrow?
If they can pull out a win here, all the talk about the Demons. Important, as you saw earlier in that graphic, about if you want to go deep in the playoffs, you've got to handle business away from your house.
Yeah, roll the ball out and not start the clock. And right now the clock is your friend at 24.9. Make Portland use as much time as they can.
Points, 11.5 rebounds, 49% from the field, 91% from the free throw line, and he's dropped 18 of their last 20 road games in the playoff. They led by as many as 23. They led by 17 in the second half here. It was close to 86-85, but Dallas responding as Wallace has 32. Portland cut it to 86-85. And Nowitzki at the free throw line. Nowitzki of 10. He has 32 points. Add that up, he's 11 of 11 from the free throw line. 33 points for Nowitzki here in game 6. Wallace shot doesn't go. Jason Kidd's going to hold on to it, and Dallas is going to take this first round series against Portland in a game 6 on the road, Kevin.
A lot of big plays, but I tell you, the player of the game for me is Jason Terry. Came out at 22 points, 8 assists, Matt. And a big, big win there for the Dallas Mavericks. And again, you know what? If you're going to win a championship, you not only got to win on the road, you got to exercise some demons. And they got rid of one tonight, giving up that big lead in game 4, and Portland hurt. And that's all forgotten now, Matt, as the Dallas Mavericks are moving on to face the Los Angeles Lakers in round 2.